1 minute.
And whatever.
Reviews.
It's perfect!
We have another 1 and whatever review for you, and this time we're going to be reviewing a gun. This is our first gun review. So let's get going on the 1 minute review. Dusty?
Shooter ready.
Ready?
Stand by.
Alright, the P365XL is the slightly larger, cooler brother to the P365. Some of the things I love about it, I love the looks of it. It looks really good, especially with the red dot on there. It looks like a big full-size gun, even though when you pick it up you realize it's not. I love the thin profile of it. It's a dream to carry. It really fits in a slim holster very nicely. I love the capacity. 12 or 15 round magazines. What's not to love about that kind of capacity in a gun this size? I love that it comes red dot ready. You don't have to send this thing out to get milled. You just take the plate off and it'll fit either RMSC or the SIG Romeo Zero. Let's talk about some of the things that maybe I'm not so hot about. While I love the flat face trigger, I love the 90-degree break on it, I don't love the feeling of the trigger. It's not the worst trigger ever, but it's not the best trigger either. So that's kind of why it's right in the middle.
Sorry, bud.
I did have one more thing that I don't love, and I'm going to wait to get into that in the whatever review. So let's head that way now. Alright, the biggest thing that I do not like about this gun is the proprietary light rail. There are lights that'll fit on there, and I'm even willing to notch and cut this gun to fit whatever light that I might possibly need to save my life. I'll modify a gun, I don't really care. But the lights that are available for it aren't really all that great. They don't get me excited. So I'm depending more on a handheld light when I carry this gun. So to get that out of the way, that's really the only thing that I don't like. My biggest concern when I picked up this gun was, what is the reliability going to be like? I watched some other reviews. I talked to some of my buddies who put those reviews on that were having issues with it. I knew about some of the possibilities that I might be facing with this gun from seeing those. But I have to say, I've got over 2,000 rounds through this gun now. And it's really been flawless, except for, I think the first mag that I put through it, I had 2 rounds. It was kind of an interesting failure. I had never seen it before, so I'm naming it the SIG XL malfunction. Basically what it was is it caught the casing horizontally in the chamber. So it wasn't quite a stovepipe, it was like a horizontal stovepipe. That happened twice on the first mag, and I was pretty concerned with it there. But really, after that, it handled the next 1,900 rounds flawlessly. We put Blazer Brass 124, 115 through it. I put some 147 grain hollow points through it that I carry, and it chewed up and spit out everything that I put through it. So let's talk about some of the other specifics with it. This gun comes in at 1 pound, 2 ounces, which is amazing. You're talking just a hair over 2 ounces. Now that's empty, that's no ammo in it. The next gun that I have to compare this to is my Smith & Wesson Shield. Here's my Shield. The Shield comes in at only 1 ounce more. It's 1 pound, 3 ounces. Not a big deal. The SIG P365 comes with a 3.7 inch barrel. It is 0.6 inches longer than your standard P365. It's a 6.6 inch long slide. And that's one of the things that I love about this gun. And I'm going to go in here real quickly about why I was so excited about this gun. When I have a Shield that has decent capacity, especially if I carry the 12 round mag, this carries 12 rounds. They're pretty much the same weight. But really, my Shield does not conceal well for me. What a longer slide does for you when you're concealing is it helps cant the gun back. And the thing that I found with the Shield, when I carry the Shield, the gun wants to lean out. So the grip length doesn't matter so much as it does the slide wants to print, because the gun wants to lay out. And the longer slide means that you gain some leverage, and that gun is going to stick in a little bit more. Some other things that this gun comes with that I think is really nice. It comes with night sights, both front and rear, if you keep the plate on. It does come with night sights, which is nice. It does come RMR ready, like we talked about. I have the Shield RMSC on here. I've not used the Sig Romeo sights whatsoever. I had some friends tell me that they really felt like the RMSC was going to be a more durable and better option for me. And I got to be honest, I love this red dot. I actually almost prefer it to my Trijicon RMR. It looks like a bigger sight picture. It's a clear window instead of the tinted window in the Trijicon. And it's not magnified like the Trijicon. Now, I've got used to all those things with my Trijicon, and they really didn't bother me until I started using this and shooting through this red dot. I've really come to love this red dot. This red dot does come with the notch, so you can half co-witness that front sight. You can see half of it through there. It's enough to where if you need to use your iron sights, you can use them. I wanted something that was going to have a longer slide length for the reasons that I talked about earlier. And I wanted something that was going to have similar capacity. If I could have a gun that's smaller, thinner, lighter, red dot ready, and carried nearly the same capacity, if not the same capacity, then that was a no-brainer for me. So let's look at size here, comparisons. I'm going to try to line it up the best I can here. You can see there's a considerable slide length difference here. The width, or the thickness of each gun, there's actually pretty, I'll say there's about an 1/8 inch, I'm not sure you can see that well here. It's probably about an 1/8 inch thinner. I could get calipers out if I was prepared to actually measure both of them. The grip thickness is really where you feel the biggest difference. The grip thickness, the grip angle is about the same. I will say the texture on the Sig, I really like the texture on it. There's enough grip to it. That's one of the things I didn't love about my Shield, is that it's pretty smooth, which is nice for carry, especially for carrying up against your skin. Which, by the way, that's one reason why I started looking for another gun. When I started carrying my CZ in the summer, I love the stipple texture on my CZ, but carrying it up against my skin was bothersome. So having this, the texture on the CZ, it's grippy, but it's not rubbing me and hurting me as I'm carrying it. The thing that I really notice when I shoot the SIG P365 is that I can really get both hands on this gun and get just as good of a purchase on this gun as I do on my P10C or on a Glock 19. I feel like I can control this gun just as much, which is good because it is a little bit lighter, which means it's going to be a little bit snappy. But as you're watching this video, you can tell I can really shoot this gun really flat, and this is with 124 grain ammo. So that's all because I can get a good grip on this gun. So even though it looks small, it feels like a larger gun in your hand. And that's one of the things that just doesn't make sense with this gun, is you look at this gun and you think it's going to be this tiny gun, and you pick it up and it kind of still feels like a tiny gun, but then you grab it with both hands and you start shooting it and you realize this is not a tiny gun. And that's one of the things that's really confusing when you start looking at this gun and getting hands-on with this gun. Alright, final thoughts here. I've become so confident and comfortable with this gun in really such a short time that I am fully comfortable in carrying this gun. I was shooting small targets out to 25-30 yards and putting accurate rounds just like I would with my CZ. This gun really has become my favorite gun to carry. I'm looking forward to seeing how this gun continues to work for me as I take training classes and as I put more rounds downrange with this gun. If you like this review, please let us know down below. Share it with your buddies. Let them know that Greg from NeoMag really crushed this review, and he's a pro at this stuff. So if you didn't like it, you can let us know down below, or you probably haven't watched it this long if you didn't like it. So with that said, hope you guys have an awesome week, and Go get them.
Bang!